Hello everyone. I hope you are doing good for this week. Okay, so for today's midterm exam, we have 3 hours for your midterm exam. Don't forget the due date, the time for you have to submit your Google Colab address. Okay, so first you have to download. You have to download the files. Okay, so I just download a file to my desktop. After you download your file, so you have to go to your Colab by Google. Okay, so since you download the test, so you have to upload my Jupyter notebook for your midterm exam. Okay, so first you can go to the files here and upload our Jupyter notebook, this one, upload. Choose the files. So we just download this file, okay? Martech exam, just open it. Okay, so when you upload our midterm exam, first, since you have to rename the file, okay, with your school ID and your name, please. So just rename your file name first, and then don't forget to fit the first part for your name, school ID, and your department. Okay, so let me explain the content for our midterm exam. First, you have to go to the dataset which I provide, the hyperlink. So you can go to the UCI dataset. This is a dataset for a coupon recommendation, 行销. Okay, so if the driver use the coupon or not, so you have to realize it's same topic about is familiar with our topic for our previous 2 chapters. So how many instances for this data set? More than 1200. Okay, 1万多笔的资料. How many variables? 23 variables. They also have missing value. Okay, so you may download the dataset using this here, data folder. So you can download this CSV file. Okay, when you download the CSV file, you have to take a look at the purpose for this dataset, especially for the abstract, the purpose for the dataset. And also you have to realize all the attributes information. As I mentioned before, you have to realize the data you are going to analyze first. Okay, so let us go back to Colab. The first things, the first 2 questions, so please fit out what is the purpose for this data collections, for the data set. So you may double click here to answer your questions here. And also you have to explain all the attributes informations carefully, okay? So you may double click the file you just download, and you may see what it looks like in Excel. We are lucky for the last variables. Y is familiar with our response. It's the same. Y is the driver use the coupon to buy their product. For the Y1, so it buy, you use the coupon. 0, the driver didn't use the coupon. So it's easy for you guys to do the conversion rate as we have mentioned before. Okay, so first things, you realize the purpose for the data. You realize the variables for we are going to analyze. So first things, you have to import the data set into your Google Drive. Okay, so you have to click here to mount your Google Drive with your core lab. You can click here. Okay, so you have to run this cell to mount your Google Drive with your core lab. Okay, so choose your Google account and just copy the authorized code. Just copy here and enter, and the system will automatically mount to your Google Drive. Okay, so right now I have mounted to my Google Drive. So here we maybe show a drive here, so it's just click here, this one. So you will see my drive here is your Google Drive. Colab will automatically generate a folder for you, which is Colab Notebook folder. Here you may find I have a lot of folders and files. So you have to create a folder named data and use this one to upload the file you just download. Okay, so since you upload your data, you have to use this one to copy the path for you to import the data set I have mentioned before. Okay, it's your turn. So okay, so don't forget to run each cell. Okay, since I have provided some source code for you guys, so you don't have to write in the beginning. So you can just use to remodify my source code as your answers. Okay, so first you have to run this cell, okay, for import the required packages. Okay, so here is your first questions. You have just copy, just paste the files path in your Google Drive. Okay. Okay, so for the next two questions is you have to check how many variable labels, how many unique labels for each variables, and also you need to check is there any missing value for each variables. It's 10 points. Since you may find a car variables, it has 99% are missing value, so you have to delete this column. So you have to drop the car column, the car variables. So you have to Google how to use Python's drop column to drop the car variables. Also, there are two columns, this one, carry away and restaurantless. These two columns, they do have some missing value, but not too many. So we use drop NA to drop the missing value for these two columns. Okay, so don't forget to Google how to drop a column, how to drop NA using Python. Okay, so you got 10 points. Okay, so just to run the source code, I have done to change all object colors to category. So you just to run the source code, it's okay. So I did it for you guys. Okay, so it's time for us to calculate the conversion rate for the variable y. Okay, so calculate the conversion rate. So the answer should be like this one. Okay, so you can so for our exam is open book, so each of you must be honest, 要诚实. You can find out all the source code, all the materials from my source code, which I have teach you before, or you make it Google on the internet, but don't ask the answer from your classmate. If two answers are the same, exactly the same, so you may lose the points. So you will get zeros, okay, for your midterm exam. Okay. Okay, since you have to calculate the conversion rate, the total conversion rate for the coupon use. Later, you have to calculate the conversion rate by gender. Okay, the answer is here. So you may find the conversion rate is pretty much the same for the female and male. It's pretty much the same, or the 50%. Okay. Okay, so for you may modify it. Okay, so you may modify the source code here, and also you have to plot the bar chart, line plot, and the pie for the conversion rate by gender. Okay, so for the first 10 questions, each question has 5 points. So for the half for the score, 50%, so you must use the pivot table. Okay, we call 枢纽分析表, pivot table, to investigate the relationship between variables. So please draw 10 diagrams each, and to explain the meaning for each diagram. So if you have the diagram but you don't explain the meaning for each diagram, so you only maybe get 2 or 3 points. So don't forget to explain the diagram you have get. Okay, so it's free, it's open questions, so you can have your own idea to let me know what is the relationship between those variables. Okay, so I have examples here, so you can use my examples. So here I use the pivot table to specify the gender with the marital status. So you can follow my examples to do your own 10 diagrams. Okay, since you have done your midterm exam, don't forget to share this one here, to share your diagram, to share your file. This one, change, okay, to check it. So anyone who knows your link can take a look at, can view your source code and view your result, so I can give the grade for your midterm exam. Okay, finish. Okay, so go back to share again. Okay, just copy. So here, who knows the hyperlink can take a look at to see your result. So you just copy your link and go back to our iLearn system and submit your Colab address. Okay, that's all for the explanation for a midterm exam. Good luck. Okay, don't forget the due date, the time for to submit. Okay, bye bye. Good luck.